Welcome, PaleriderTV, trucking news and commentary. I had a crazy video I want to share with you all that I'm using with permission from Mother Trucker News. Alex, he uploaded this video earlier, did an interview with the driver in this video, but you can go check out the full interview with him on Mother Trucker News channel. I just took out the parts where the driver was dealing with this DOT officer slash master trooper, as he claims he was. But it's weird. Part of it that I'll go over right now is the driver had pulled over somewhere to go to Walmart or a grocery store, get some groceries. I guess he didn't like that too well. Then, when that must have been earlier in the day, he's supposed to log that on duty or something. I'll show you that part. Then the other thing, the trooper, master trooper or DOT guy, if he's authorized to do DOTs, uh, the driver didn't pull over right away. Instead, he drove, instead of pulling over on the shoulder of the interstate, he went up to a rest area about 3 miles, pulled in there to be safe, and the trooper didn't like that. So I'm going to play the video right here. Uh, it's cut up a little bit. I cut out a few things here and there, some ads, commercials, and part of the interview. But here we go. Here's the first part of it. And warning, it was filmed in landscape mode. I'm not fond of filming in landscape mode, but that's how I got the video. That's how we're going to have to play it over here. So here's the first part of it.
Dude, that's on duty time. Yes, it is. It's on duty time when you're not doing company business. No, sir. Anytime you are doing something for this truck, it is on duty time. If you're washing it, if you're taking it for an oil change, if you are getting... What is for company? Hold on. If you are getting food for your trip, that is on duty time.
Now, is that statement true? Is it really on duty time if you're going grocery shopping to put food in your truck? Is that considered on duty time? Hmm. I guess could be questionable, but I would never log it on duty. I don't think anybody else would either. So that's kind of strange. All right, let's continue.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right,
That's
here we go.
3 miles. I don't know what you're doing up here.
This is the part where he's complaining about the driver going for 3 miles to the rest area. This is crazy. All right, let's go.
I don't know if you're... Can I finish? I don't know if you're altering logs.
All right, you're on e-logs. How can you alter e-log driving 3 miles down the road? That's the part I don't understand. All right, let me shut up and we'll continue with the video.
I don't know what you're doing. I stop you, you're to immediately pull to the road. That's how any state is. You turn, because if I'm a fire truck, are you going to continue to drive?
No,
Okay. If I am an ambulance, are you going to continue to drive? If I'm not trying to stop you, are you going to continue to drive? You have no clue what our intentions are with our lights on. You are to immediately pull to the right, regardless of where you're at.
That's why I pulled all the way to the side for my license.
You're supposed to pull to the shoulder and stop. Even on a highway, if there's an emergency vehicle behind you, you are still supposed to stop, just like a 2-lane roadway. There is no difference. And the third.
So apparently the officer don't care about safety for him, for the driver, or the motoring public out there. If he turns his lights on, you need to pull over immediately. I don't care if we're going to a safe spot. that doesn't matter.
Is false reported duty status. Tibble. So that is, this truck drove 250 miles off duty. You already told me you're the only one that's driven it today.
Yep.
And where you said you dropped at is nowhere near what your logs show. Your logs show you
How do you drive 250 miles and not log that on the e-log? How do you drive with the e-log 250 miles and it shows off duty? That don't make sense. Is this guy even on e-logs or is it on paper logs? Or is this master trooper not know what the heck he's talking about? I don't know. This is strange to me.
250 miles away. Your logs show you driving from there to Denver or Aurora or wherever it is, north, back south, and back west, and then you started driving. So, false record of duty, false logs. I hereby declare the driver identified on this report out of service. No person and or carrier shall permit and require this driver to operate any commercial vehicle until his or her eligibility to drive has been reestablished. This out of service condition may result in the assessment of a civil penalty being issued against the carrier indicated on this report. I'm just going to have you initial on that little line there, just as I read that to you.
Initial what?
Just initial right there that said that I read that to you. This form is to be sent to the carrier identified on this report within 24 hours of receipt. And then all defects identified on this report must be corrected or acknowledged prior to dispatch, and then certified by a responsive carrier official who must sign below and return this form within 15 days to Motor Carrier Division of Kansas Highway Patrol at the address at the top. So they can either fax or mail it. If they mail it, make sure they keep a copy for themselves. Just have you sign on that X, just saying that you got a copy of this inspection.
Copy of the inspection.
Yes.
That looks like a citation to me.
This is the inspection. Driver vehicle examination report.
Okay. And this is. Don't time.
Okay. There's your driver's license. This is a citation for failing to yield to an emergency vehicle, for the lighting, and for the false logs. You have a court date of February 28th at 9 o'clock in the morning in Topeka, Kansas, in the Shawnee County Courthouse. You have to appear on that court date. If you don't, they will issue a warrant for your arrest. So make sure you show up.
So I'm well aware of warrants.
There's that. Any questions?
Supervisor.
So he's going to have to show up for that court. I don't know, if I would have had, even though I wouldn't have to show up for that one, I think I would try to find a way to possibly show up for the court and plead not guilty to all that, because I think some of the things are what he's talking about are crazy. You don't know what he's talking about, the officer that is, but it just gets a little crazier here. So let's continue.
You can't drive for 10 hours.
Supervisor.
My supervisor's not on tonight. So
You mean there's
All right, he asked for a supervisor.
not a supervisor out here?
no, sir, there is not.
Okay.
So if you want to contact a supervisor, you can contact the phone number up there. That gets you in touch with the.
Now he's got to have some kind of supervisor, watch commander, or whatever that's over him. They don't just. It may be true in a small town or something like that, but I don't think there's probably somebody over this guy here that could come out there. When you ask for a supervisor, they're supposed to send you one out or something. I don't know. Kansas is weird, so I don't know. But he's telling them to call, which probably won't be anybody available now. He probably have to call the next day. So ask for a supervisor here. this driver is denied.
Motor Carrier Division of the Kansas Highway Patrol.
So are you DOT regulated?
Yes, sir. I'm
Where's
an
your
inspector.
You're an inspector.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's going to say that on the side of your cruiser.
No.
Then where's your certification that's saying you're a DOT inspector?
Trust me, I am. Or else I couldn't do this.
Any state trooper.
Trust me, or else I couldn't do it. I need some credentials there, please. Can't just take your word for it, sir. It works both ways.
Can do this.
No, we cannot.
Yes, they can. I know 5 of them. One of them is in Kansas.
Quit arguing with me.
I'm not arguing.
Yes, sir, you are.
All right, that's the go-to. Ask questions, some tough questions, and it becomes quit arguing with me. He's not arguing. You're just asking some questions. Just answer the questions.
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
Not all of us are truck inspectors.
Okay.
However, on the Kansas Highway Patrol,
Mm-hmm.
if you are a master trooper, which I am, which you have to
you
be
have that too?
Do what?
You're a master trooper too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
he's
really
a
like to see
master
that.
trooper.
So it's right here. So in order to get this, in order to be a master trooper, every one of us have to be truck certified. We have to do a minimum of 50 trucks a year for the federal fiscal year, which just started the beginning of October. So I am a truck inspector. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I still want a supervisor. And I know
Yeah.
that there's one on duty.
No, sir, there's not.
You mean to tell me at
Yes, sir.
12 o'clock midnight there's no supervisors?
Yes, sir. I am telling.
I think pretty much every state trooper in any state has to go through the DOT certification thing to inspect trucks. I'm not sure about that, but I believe if not all of them, at least they got to have a certain amount, I guess. I'm not sure, but I've been inspected in several states where it was the highway patrol officer, trooper, whatever, that did the inspection. So I believe most of them are DOT certified for that.
Telling you that there are no supervisors on tonight.
Okay.
If you want to call one, you can contact that number, and that gets you in touch with the Motor Carrier Division of the Kansas Highway Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
I need to call that company because, yeah, I just found this right here, and what you wrote down goes against what it said. Those
Okay.
lights can be red.
No, sir, they cannot. Not by Kansas law.
It says in Kansas.
No, sir.
Okay, so this is wrong, and this is
They
off
ca-
the federal.
I'm not
notification, right?
arguing.
Okay.
I'm not arguing.
Okay, cool.
Per Kansas
Make sure you
law,
show the court.
87.
See, there goes with the arguing. He's asked him about the law, something about the lights he had on, so I'm not sure what happened there, but he's asking a question. He's not arguing.
1823,
Make sure you show the court.
you cannot have red additional lighting on the vehicle.
Read that.
I'm not reading that.
Okay.
I am telling you what the law is.
And it's right here in black and white.
No, sir, that does not matter. Kansas law says you cannot have those lights.
What does that say? Federal motor case.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, still on someone.
Okay, you're going to have to call that number.
He asks a question, you get
what is your
accused of
bad number?
arguing.
324 on the form.
What's S stand for?
My first name.
Which is,
Doesn't matter.
if I remember correctly, you guys do have to identify
No,
yourself
sir.
just like we do.
Trooper Source.
Wow.
Okay,
This is
you can put the
crazy.
badge away too, because
I always
that
wear this. This
that
is
has
for
no
me.
influence
I
on
don't
whatsoever.
Yeah, the guy's got a badge. The driver, I didn't catch it all in the interview. I think he's some kind of bounty hunter or something like that. So I have to go over there. He's Mother Trucker News. Check out the full interview and all that's explained, I believe.
Whoever has any clue.
Okay.
I was
So,
Swords. What
you're-
is your first name, please?
You're out of service for 10 hours,
Wow.
Okay.
so you can't drive until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning
For getting groceries is all this comes down
because
to.
it's midnight now.
And you made the trooper mad by not pulling over when he's on his lights.
So-
You gotta stop. Pull
Okay.
over now.
Whatever, dude. You have a nice night.
That's crazy, man. What do y'all think about that mess? Nah, yeah, I wasn't there, and it works both ways. But the guy was kind of rude. The officer, he was kind of rude, I believe, and the driver, yeah, I don't know, but it's kind of crazy when you get pulled over like that, and the DOT officer just starts rambling off stuff. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, which he was doing. You can't, you gotta log in getting groceries. What the heck? Does anybody really do that? And he also said, well, even if you're washing your truck, you're getting oil. Does anybody ever log that on duty? I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's a gray area more or less, but I never heard that. That's crazy. But all right, I think that's it. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think. Was it DOT officer? Was it the driver? Was it both of them? Was it ego from the DOT officer? Ego or tyrannical behavior? I don't think you can consider just being a tyrant, but uh, when they ask you questions and you tell them to stop arguing with you, that's the issue. So I appreciate it. Got my dog barking, wants to go out, I guess. So we're gonna get off here. Appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day and stay safe.